Welcome to The Truth, a production of Pathway of Peace Ministries with Pastor Thabit Nagali. I'm very excited about today's program. We're going to be discussing the private face and the public face of Islam. In fact, this discussion came up several weeks ago. Actually, we've been probably talking about it for a couple of months, and I'm really excited about this episode because what we're going to do is, instead of just doing one episode on the topic, we've decided we're going to do it over a series. And it's going to lead into a discussion on the 3 stages of jihad. I think if there's a series that I would want to pay attention to, it would be this series here. So without further ado, I want to welcome Pastor Thabit Nagali to the program. Hello, Pastor Thabit.
Oh, hi, Carl. It's very nice to be with you and talk again about this subject. And I believe that in this day, this subject is very important for people to know and understand what is the public face and private face of Islam, because you might have a Muslim friend or Muslim neighborhood and see Muslims are nice, or you might see in the news what ISIS do, Islamic State is doing, and say, Muslim are terrorists. And believe me, we need to see not the action of ISIS or the action of your neighborhood, but we have to see the action of Muhammad, the one who started Islam, and what the Quran says about these things. And if the Muslim actually, when they are violent, practice Islam, or the other question, when the Muslim nice, are they practicing Islam? This is what we can see only from the Quran and Sunnah Hadith, and we will going to discuss all of these things, Carl, today.
Well, I'll tell you, we've been talking about this for a while, and there doesn't seem to be enough time to really get through all the things that we want to get through. But I'm very excited about this because it's about revealing the truth. And everybody says, well, whatever truth you believe is the truth. But there's a truth that exists, and from the beginning of time, we know that God sent Jesus Christ. Even before the foundations of the earth were formed or framed, we know that in the mind of God, in the heart of God, that he knew that humanity would sin. And this is what we're experiencing today. And I know that might be something that very difficult to comprehend. And at one point in my life, I never believed that there was a God. Imagine. And it came to a place where I accepted Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. And what we're seeing happen today is a result of sin in the earth. So, Pastor Thabit, I really want to get into the discussion on the public face and the private face of Islam. Could you get into that a little bit?
Yeah, Carl, like for example, again, I'd like to tell that for our friends and our brothers and sisters who watch that. You can't say this person Christian or this person Muslim when you see him. Or you can say, this is from Christianity or this is from Islam. Unless you know the Bible when you talk about Christianity, unless you know the Quran when you talk about Islam. For that, in our program today, we will talk from the Quran. Muslims claim that the Quran is their holy book. For that, when we talk about a private face and public face of Islam, can we see that? Can we see that in the Quran, that the Quran tell about 2 faces? This is a question that we need to be asked. Actually, if we like to focus on that, we will see that yes, the Quran tells us about 2 faces of Islam. Muslims, they choose 2 ages of Islam. And we choose 2 faces because every age, every time, representative different face than another. The first one, which we can call it public face of Islam, This started when Muhammad did start his mission. And this was 610. When Muhammad was in Mecca in Saudi Arabia. When he was there for 13 years, he tried to make followers, like somebody started new business and he'd like to take the attention of the customers. He tried to tell them what they need to hear, like to sell them what they need to buy. And then in Meccan age, Muhammad sold for everybody what he need to buy. In Meccan age, Muhammad said everything that the different group need to listen. Like Muhammad even mentioned the gods of people of Quraysh, like his idols, in his Quran to satisfy people of Quraysh, to make followers of them. He said the wonderful verses about Christian and Jewish, about the Bible and Torah, to satisfy Christian and Jewish to make followers. And this took him 13 years to do that. After he had enough followers and liked to fight and getting strong, he immigrated from Mecca to Medina. And when he immigrated from Mecca to Medina, the reason why, to fight back his own people, that he said wonderful things about them. For that, after he gets stronger and power, he started to fight those people, and he was in Medina. Muslim people, they call this is the secret mission. Muhammad was, the mission of Islam was secret in the 13 years. Muhammad started to spread it a little bit by a little bit. And actually, this is what we see here in North America. When the Muslim people come to North America or Europe countries, they are weak. They try to find like followers. They try to be accepted by the people around them. Even they changed their name. Like you can say Muhammad Mu or Michael or Wo or whatever Christian name or North American name to be accepted from the government. Now they start saying Muhammad, Ahmad, Ali, whoever names they say, and first they try to say, okay, we are one, and now they can knock the door, and we'd like you to be a Muslim. How to become a Muslim? There's many flyers, many books, many handouts they handed to make the people Muslims. For that, they are not in the first age or Meccan age anymore now. They started to move from Meccan age to Medina's age. For that, let me read for you some of verses that Muhammad said when he was in Mecca. Like, oh, really a good verses, Carl. It's like Muhammad was told to be patient. Like his God told him to be patient with his opponents, or like with his own people, like or the people who like disagree with him, and said, be patient for what they say, and if you don't like what they say, just leave them and have patience with what they say, and leave them with noble dignity. Like leave them with a very, very gentle way. Just don't disagree with them. If you don't like what they say, just leave them by their own. This is what Muhammad being told from his God in Medina's time. Second, Muhammad was told, the first one we see it in Surah number 73 verse 10. The second one we'll see it Surah number 2 verse 256, where it says Muhammad was told not to impose Islam by force. Let there be no compulsion in religion. Like, don't force them to be a Muslim. Now we see that They gave you three options: to be Muslim, or to pay jizya, or to be killed. For that, this is another thing. Muhammad was told to speak pleasantly to people of the book, Christian and Jewish. Surah number 29, verse 45, and dispute ye not with the people of the book, except with means better than mere disputation. By say we believe in the revelation which has come down to us, and that which come down to you. Our God and your God is one, and it is to him we bow in Islam. This is what it says in Meccan age. It's like, you know, they believe in one inspiration. Now Muslim, as the first thing to tell you as a Christian, oh, your Bible has been corrupted. And this verse doesn't say that. They said we believe in this and that. For that, was when Muhammad was weak, when Muhammad was in Mecca for 13 years. My brothers and sisters, this verse is still in the Quran. But the teachers of Islam said, no, these verses, yes, they are in the Quran, but has no power anymore. Like the people don't have to practice them. Under the subject called abrogation. Abrogation means there's verses come after these verses, deleted them. And this is what we see. This is a face that the Muslim tries to show you when he needs something from you, to show you when he tries to make himself a nice person, a nice religion. This is the first one. We call it public face of Islam.
So, Pastor Thabit, just before you continue here, so what we're discerning up to, I just want to clarify that how you're saying this, and for those that might be watching for the first time or might be new to this, what you're saying is that there is a parallel of what's going on today and how the followers of Muhammad were in the Meccan age and the Medina age. So what they're doing is, because they're weak right now or in a weaker position, they're showing a public face of Islam. At this point, what we're seeing is we're seeing the public face of Islam, the face they want you to see. So really what the Quran is teaching followers is, when you're weak, don't oppose, tolerate, oh, everybody's good, everybody's religion's fine, and this is the face we're seeing publicly today. Is that right?
Yes, this is very, very right. You are not politically correct, but you are completely correct.
I'm not trying to be politically correct there, for sure. I've never been known for that, but that gets you in trouble, I suppose. But we want to get to the truth, because a lot of people, I was watching a program earlier where people were being interviewed about Sharia law, for example, and they were saying, well, the only reason people are afraid is because of cutting off of hands for stealing, or adultery, for stoning for adultery. But it's deeper than that. It's the teaching of the Quran. We're trying to get to the core teaching of the Quran. So there are stages. And by the way, we talked about doing the series here where we would get into the 3 stages of jihad. But to understand those stages, it's important that we understand the Medina, the age of Medina, where Muhammad was weaker.
No, the age of Mecca, when Muhammad was
where Mecca, where he was weaker, and then of course Medina, where he gained strength and he gained momentum, he gained followers, and that's when the whole face started to change. So if you want to kind of give us an example or discuss a little bit further about the actual private face of Islam, Pastor Magali, what does that look like?
Yeah, now, Carl, I just put this on because this is what the Muslim put on or Muhammad put on when he went to Medina. When Muhammad went to Medina, he started to teach them something else. And this is what we see. We see these people in like ISIS or other people, they always put this face. Actually, Carl, I'd like you to see this, because this is very important, to cover your face like this. And I see you, I recognize your face, and nobody like can recognize my face. That's right? Can you recognize my face? If I don't tell you that I put this on and don't speak, can you recognize my face?
Not at all. No.
I think this is what also we have to see, that we allow the people to do like this here in our country. We can't see them. We can't know them. I can tell you many things about that. There's people go and steal because they bought this, because they cover their face. And they do everything. Man become women, also act like a woman when we put that, because you don't know his ID. Your face is your ID. And I hope that comes to the point here in North America and Europe country to see nobody can do like this. Nobody allowed to do like this, because it's not allowed to you to see me and know everything about me, and I don't know who you are. This is just about because we have this today. But let me go through when Muhammad immigrated after 13 years, immigrated to Medina. And this is, the Muslim calls them, it's Medina's age. And we call it, this is the private age, the private face, the true face of Islam. When I say, actually, Carl, I can't be this for all the time. What do you think? You just like to take it off?
Yeah, I think we got the point there. It's pretty amazing, because before you get into this, so
sorry,
I want to clarify something here, because you really caused me to really think about this. This is something that we have to really pay attention to. What you're saying is, it's the private face that's the true face of Islam.
Yes.
The true face. So what we've got is, we've got the public face that everything is good. We all love each other. There's tolerance. We change our name. We come to your culture. We're all happy people. And then all of a sudden, over a period of time, we come to know the true nature, the true face of Islam, which is what you're demonstrating. Now, some people would say, oh, you're just being fear mongers. They love the term phobias. People love, in North America, we love to call it Islamophobe or whatever. Tell us, I mean, you understand, this is where you come from.
Actually, Carl, let me say it with this way. Islamic State is not strong, but we are weak. For that, truth is strong. Deception is weak. But when the deception starts to spread out and we have the truth, just go back forward, and we don't speak up, then it seems like the deception and the false teaching is strong. Right now, like in North America, still Muslims are not strong enough, because if it's strong, they will change everything and become Islamic State.
People don't believe that, Pastor Thabit. They think that it's all fine, everything is great, everything's going to be great in the future. It's just you're fearful, you don't understand, and everyone's at peace. And you don't see, as you say, you don't see like what happened the other day in the Jewish synagogue, where 4 rabbis were murdered and an American, and it was like, oh well, mainstream media touches on it a bit, but if it happened here in Canada or in the United States, like what happened in Columbine was so atrocious. But people really don't understand the magnitude and the gravity. It's very, very disturbing to believe that ideology is rooted in the Quran, but people don't want to believe that. They think we're just...
No, it is in the Quran, and that's why, like, let us move on that and see from the Quran. Is really this is from the Quran? Is really Quran say that? Is Muslim can see if they become a Muslim, they practice that? We will see that. We have the examples. Or like we see. Like I'd like to focus on a little bit on this, like especially in Canada, when this person who attacks a parliament building, people say he has some problem, he has psychological problem. But he had that before he became a Muslim. Somebody say, oh, I just been reading the Quran for 2 years. If you believe in what is the Quran, you don't need 2 years. He tried to join ISIS. But I'm not talking about his act, or I'm not talking about him, but let me see, this is another phase. It's in the Quran. It's there. It's in this verse. Like, see this verse here. It says, for example, Surah number 2191. Muhammad claimed that his God told him to kill his opponents, like the people who disagree with him, and say in the surah, and slay them wherever you catch them. Wherever here you go and find them and slay them. Do you know why ISIS, Islamic State, slay people, beheaded people? Because this verse, they practice this verse 2 number 191. Muhammad claimed that God told them to kill whoever reject Islam. Surah 2 number 193. It says, kill whoever reject Islam. First, he said, like, see the Meccan age say, oh, just everyone can believe whatever, and we believe what you believe. This is what they say. But here say, and fight them on until there is no template or oppression, and there reveal justice and faith in Allah. It's like faith of Islam. Surah number, this is Surah number 193. Another one, he claimed that God told him to fight the people of the book. And this is Surah 29. It says, fight those who believe not in Allah and the last day, nor acknowledge the religion of truth, Islam, religion of truth here, Islam, from among the people of the book until they pay the jizya with willing submission and feel themselves subdued. It's here. This is what they see. This is all was in the Medina. And another verse here, it says, fight ye the chief of unfaith or infidels. This is Surah number 9, verse 12. Also, Surah number 9, verse 14. Fight them and Allah will punish them. You fight and God will punish them, or their God will punish them. Punish them by your hand. Cover them with shame. Help you to victory over them. Heal the priest of believers. It's like when you kill them, God will heal your priest, your heart. It's actually means your heart here. It's like, then it's here. And Imam Abdullah Yusuf Ali comment on this verse saying, when Allah's law is established, the fire of indignation is quelled, and the true peace of Islam is attained. The meaning of the Holy Quran. This is what he says. Another verse, 9:123. Oh yeah, who believe, fight the unbeliever who geared you about, and let them find firmness in you, and know that Allah is with those who fear Him. Here, it's just another one, verse, Surah number 9, verse 123. Imam Abdullah Yusuf Ali comment on this verse saying, when conflict becomes inventable, the first thing is to clear our surrounding of all evil. To evil we must put up a stout and stiff resistance. Another verse, it's Surah number 8, verse 65. It says, O Prophet, rules, urge you, encourage the believers to fight. If there are 20 amongst you, patient and preserving, they will vanquish 200. If 100, they will vanquish 1,000 of the unbeliever. For these are a people without understanding. And here it's very, very clear here. We see that it's in this verse, another verse like 220, 216. Fighting is prescribed upon you. It's like fighting or killing. It's something you must do. It's here, Yusuf Ali also comment on this verse saying, to fight in the cause of the truth is one of the highest forms of a charity. Here's the meaning of the Quran. It's like fight is a form of a charity in Islam. To fight, to kill. Another verse, against them, make ready your strength to the utmost of your power, including steeds of war, to strike terror into the heart of the enemies of Allah and your enemies. Surah number 8, verse 60. See here, Carl, we will see that Islam has two faces. One, to be good, and then when you are weak, and when you get stronger, you do the opposite. Like surah, another surah here, it says, and those of the people of the book, Jewish Christian, who aided them, and the unbelievers, Allah God, they take them down from their strongholds and cast terror into their hearts, so that some ye slew, like slew, some ye made prisoners, and he made you heirs of their land. Even they inherit your land, take your land, their houses and their goods. Wow. See, Carl, will see more and more and more. Then we have two faces of Islam. We have the face like us here, it's like you and me, and then another face when they put this on and they go and be like Islamic State, and they call themselves Islamic and the state to destroy the world. Actually, Carl, we, by the way, this is not weapon. It's just inspiration. Anyway, what we need to do, Carl, we need to tell those people now, we like your faces. We like you to be like us. We don't like you to be in darkness. We don't like you to be in deception. We love you. That's why we tell you what you are in is not from God. It's not building. Think about those people who join ISIS. Think how angry they are. I don't believe that they have joy in their heart. They are worried. They are anxious because they are in danger. Even, by the way, they don't have assurance about their eternal. Do you know that the people say, oh, the people will kill themselves to get 72 virgins? They know that they will not get that. They know that they will not go to paradise. Muhammad himself, people asked him when he said, like everyone will go to hell. He said, what about you? He said, even me, unless God have mercy on me. My friend, if you need mercy, there is no mercy in God. There is no mercy in stealing people's property. There is no mercy when you kill the children. The mercy in Jesus Christ, who came to us and died on the cross to give you life. We are, as followers of Jesus, has a strong desire to see you come back from your way, to join us and enjoy the life with Jesus here, when you help people and build your society, and there when you will have you worship the mighty God. I pray for you, my friends, that God open your eyes to see the truth.